Hola, it is Trevor Tate, bitches, and I am here.
If you don't want to seem drunk.
I am here with the fellas, and we are having a little card game and talking about things. So I got my main boy, aka little brother Marcus, here, and we are just gonna pick his brain and get his thoughts on homosexuality. Okay?
What's up, world? Be honest.
How's it going?
Marcus,
Yes.
are you a homophobe?
No.
Tell me why. Wait, are you straight? Just point that out.
I'm a straight African American man. I'm a pussy. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
You know what I'm saying? I love women.
Okay, so are you a homophobe?
No.
No?
No. There are.
Why?
Why am I not a homophobe?
Yeah.
I'm not a homophobe because I don't feel like I don't have any problems with the gay community or gays in general. Only thing that like it doesn't, and I'm okay with it. I just could is I don't like to see two men kiss. It's not that I'm just saying like, oh my god, like.
Wait.
Am I too far into it?
No, I just have to pose something. So, if I'm kissing a dude, that seems to be a problem for Marcus in his eyes, but he kisses his girl all the time in front of me, and I don't give a fuck. So, why is it a problem when I kiss a dude versus when you kiss your girl?
No, it's not so much a problem. I think the good thing about the gay community is how open they are. Like you can be who you are. It's easier to be a straight person around gays than it is to be a gay person around straight people because
That's good.
Gay people are more accepting of different qualities. Like they're different, so there's different shit that they're going to take in. Like, all right, well, you know, not gonna knock him because he likes only Asian bitches. You know what I'm saying?
So what as a straight male kind of ruffles your feathers? That's very gay. But what kind of bothers you about gay people? A straight black male, because we have this, black people have this very macho ego kind of thing going on. So what about that affects you in the sense of how you look at homosexuality in a whole?
All right, I can take that to a different spectrum. Like I see, it's more than one different type of. It's more than one type of gay person.
Okay, explain. Elaborate
You
on
have
that.
okay. You got the worst gay person is the DL brothers. Like the people who they might be. You know what I'm saying? They sleep with men. They you know what I'm saying? They might get some oral sex from a man, but then they'll go back to their woman and be like, yeah, no, it's all good and dandy. Like you can't be cheating on your woman with a man and expect there not to be consequences when that's found out. Okay. Now then you got the other extreme is the extra flamboyant gay, and that's not a problem. Like do you? If you want to be a diva, be a diva. That's not a problem.
So where do I fall in line?
You fall in the middle.
In the middle?
Personality-wise. Like with your hair, you a diva. But personality-wise, you in the middle. Like you know you gay. You don't hide that you're gay at all, but you're not throwing it out in people's faces. Like that flamboyant shit, like walking around with your shirt. You got like a tall tee tied around your back and clearly apple bottom jeans on. I think that's overly. That's like that Christian on the corner saying that everyone's going to hell. Like, oh, you're going to hell. Blah, 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 verse 33. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Too much.
It's just too much. Like, living in America, you have to accept that there are going to be a lot of different things. You're not going to only be able to associate with yourself, ever. Not in Atlanta. You can go to like Oregon. And if you a lumberjack, then you only gonna fuck with lumberjacks up there. But if you go to any metropolitan, any major city, you're gonna have to deal with different shit. You're not gonna be able to just associate with your people. You're gonna interact. You're gonna see other things.
Do you ever feel threatened or challenged or uncomfortable by a homosexual person or
No.
gay person? I hate saying
I was-
homosexual. A gay person.
Gay person. No. I was. It was a little uncomfortable being hit on one time.
Oh, wait. Excuse me. Marcus was hit on by a gay person? We gotta explore this story. Do tell.
I was at Six Flags with a girl, no less. Like, we were on a date. We were having a great time. We were watching a little aqua show. And the divers got out the tank and they were walking around talking to people. And I mean, I was kind of hit on, like, oh, this your girl? Yeah. I mean, we on a date, but you know, we ain't dating. We ain't together. It's like, oh, okay. This your man? And it kind of threw me off a little bit. Like, why would he ask her that? You know what I'm saying? Holler at her. If you don't respect me, holler at the girl. Like, if you want to get at her, you know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna budge. I'm not worried about it. But then it kind of led somewhere else where this nigga was kind of like, yeah. So if y'all not together, like, what do you do? Like, would you want to come back alone?
How y'all doing?
It's like, oh,
Was he white?
no,
He was black.
of course,
Wait, he said of course.
of course.
This is what I've been talking about
I'll tell you right now.
our black community and the whole gay phenomenon. I think we are so lost and so out there when it comes to identifying ourselves and being comfortable with ourselves that we revert to different things to make us feel comfortable, I guess, or secure. And
I disagree.
well, we have to
It's
disagree.
not. I don't think. Okay, definitely the black community is gonna judge you more so than the white community will judge a gay white. But when you look at this is gonna sound bad, but the gayest people, like the most you don't see no gay Mexican walking around in pumps. You know what I'm saying? Black people, when we do things, we have to do them to the utmost level. We have to do the most at all times.
Why is
Whether
that,
that
though?
be gay or well, I mean, we were pushed down for so long. When we got that opportunity to do what we want, say what we want, and be who we want, we gonna do that shit over the top. And I think there's more over the top black gays than there are over the top. Now, I'm not saying that. I've seen over the top white gays, but the majority of gays that I see that are, you know what I'm saying, just over the top, like just too excessive. I mean, I can be overly excessive to black. I can walk around nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. But what?
Come on. Focus.
But you can overdo anything. The majority of gays that overdo or force their views and opinions on people are black.
What your homegirls over there listening for?
That's it. Like, black.
Why is that though? Do you see the common thread in this? It's like we as black people are so proud to be, oh yeah, black, this, that, and the other. But I feel that sometimes that we are the most dysfunctional and disorganized culture of all the cultures.
I mean,
But why? And I'm not saying that as a person who hates to be black or hates my people or anything. I'm just speaking the truth as somebody who's been in all different kind of settings and kind of like peeping things for what they are. I see a common thread, and that's why we as black people have such a hard time of moving up, is because we are missing something. And he's talking about the common thread that we are missing.
what we're missing history. Black people, well, in America, I can speak for Black Americans, we're disenfranchised with black people. Like, I don't have a problem with Africans, but I don't think African people like me. You know what I'm saying?
They don't.
Africans and Black Americans don't get along, and that shows you how disenfranchised black people are, because we came from Africa.
Personal story. I worked with Ethiopians for 2 years in a salon.
I get offended when I'm called Ethiopian.
And they have a big issue with me saying that I am African American than just Black American. They were like, no, you're not African. You are American. We are African and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, it doesn't matter because in all eyes, we are considered Black people. So no matter who's looking at you, you're considered a Black person. And so we should share that and embrace that. But for them, they were like, no, don't say African American. You are a Black American and this, that, and the other. And I thought it was so weird because I thought I was coming to an environment where it would be more accepting and more embracing, being that I'm coming from a foreigner country of a different type of Black. And it was completely opposite. They were more racist than the actual white people, or I want to say white people, like all white people are racist, but just other nationalities that are racist. And I found that to be very disturbing.
Now, I mean, history will tell you, and a lot of the history that I've learned, I mean, quote unquote, is a lie. So who knows if I'm basing this on the correct facts? But you know, they say blacks sold blacks into slavery, like tribes sold other tribes into slavery. So there's the same racism and segregated areas in Africa. And even though they all, like, we look outside, we look from outside the box like, yeah, Africans are African. All Asian people are Chinese. But if you shut up, nigga. If you go into these countries, you'll see that they're very separate. Like, I had that experience in Latin America. Like, if I was to walk in Latin America and call a Mexican person a Cuban or Peruvian, they gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what you say? African boy? Like,
why do you think that is, though?
Because they have a history. They have something they can grasp onto in their past and relate to in their future.
What is
Black
our history?
People, we don't have one. We don't have a history.
I've been wondering, like, everybody has a culture. Mexicans have their culture where they do their thing, their food. Italians have their culture where they eat spaghetti, yada, yada, yada.
Mafia.
White people have their little thing that they do, and Indians have their tribal thing that they do, and Asians have their thing that they do, their Buddha thing, or I'm not saying all Asians Buddha, but whatever. What do we as Black people have as a culture? And I start wondering if our ghetto-ness and our way of talking is our culture. Like, why should we be ashamed that we say we changed the word nigga from a negative to a positive? Because of how we did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's our culture. Why should we be ashamed that we wear baggy clothes? Why should we be ashamed that we rap? Why should we be ashamed that we speak Ebonics? Because in a certain way, I feel like that's our kind of culture. Why should we be ashamed that we like collard greens and fucking watermelon? Like, watermelon with Black people it's become a joke, but that's our culture. So why are we always pointed to be ashamed of what our culture is versus any other culture and everything? So Marcus wants to take this, so I'm gonna let him have it.
Now, what I said, we don't have a history. We have a culture. Our history is taken away from us because today's African people and today's Black people, we don't get along. Our history was Africa, but no one relates to that, so we don't have a history. Now, as far as having a culture, we have a culture. The world lives by our culture. Hip-hop music, all these white people going to the tanning beds and always trying to be darker and tanner. Like, that pale shit is gone. They're getting lip injections. Now, I'm not saying, I've seen
ass
it. The
injections,
ass shots. There's ass. Mexican women, I went to a Mexican store, one of the highest selling products, the ass pads. The little leggings with the ass pads. And you can tell that shit's fake. But that's another level. We have a culture, and we've been robbed of a lot of things as Black people, and this is just something else that they're trying to steal.
But why don't we take pride in our culture? Why don't we honor that? Why don't we use that in the most positive, effective way as possible? Why do we use it to degrade ourselves? Things of that nature. You got
one thing.
45 seconds to say.
You have other people. You have people taking it too far. Like, you can overly do things. Like, you can overly be proud of your Blackness. But then you got the other side where because of slavery, the only thing that was built up was Black ignorance. And then you see you see ignorant shit, and then the rest of the world sees that as Black culture. But Black culture is so much more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's love, it's passion, it's music, it's dance. Like you're not gonna run into some proud black people who don't like music, who don't like to dance, who don't like to have a good time, man. We black people we have a culture, we have food, we
5
have
seconds.
a lot of things, and I love being black.